Stop praying like a beggar. That's why you're broke. That's why your plans fall apart. That's why the world ignores your voice. You kneel, you whisper, you plead, you call it prayer, but it is nothing more than spiritual hesitation clothed in soft language. You speak to infinite intelligence like a pauper who hopes for scraps, and then curse your results when nothing arrives. You call it surrender. I call it disobedience. You were not made to beg. You were made to command. You were not placed on this earth to mutter wishes and wait. You were not born to collapse in crisis and then look toward the sky hoping a miracle rescues you from the results of your own indecision. That is not how wealth is born. That is not how faith works. That is not prayer. That is drift. There is a law more ancient than any ritual. A law more powerful than any institution, a law that does not care how long you've suffered, a law that does not respond to tears, apologies, or your past mistakes. It answers one thing only: spiritual authority. This law asks you every day, do you think in order? Do you speak in command? Do you pray as one who believes the universe must move when you do? Because if your answer is no, if you pray like a beggar, think like a doubter, and move like a man still seeking permission, you will attract nothing but confusion. You will build nothing but delays, and you will receive exactly what you expect: silence. But if you listen today, not casually, not with entertainment, but with the obedience of a man who is tired of circling the same mountain, then this speech will show you how to pray as a builder, speak as a king, and command your results with spiritual law. You will learn how to approach infinite intelligence not as a beggar, but as a partner. You will learn how to write your definite chief aim like a spiritual decree, how to speak it aloud until your subconscious obeys, how to visualize your prayer as already complete, and how to act in such alignment with law that the world can do nothing but respond. And if you do this, if you pray in precision, speak in faith, and act with no contradiction, you will attract wealth. Not just of money, but of clarity, of power, of identity, of unstoppable momentum. And when you receive it, you will not be surprised, because the man who commands his reality by law does not ask for miracles, he creates them. Now stop everything else. Turn off the world, still your mind, and listen, not for entertainment, but for instruction, because what comes next is not just a new way to pray.